Welcome back to Be You, the place where you unlock your true potential. Today I'm going to share with you an inspiring story, one that will remind you that even in silence, determination can speak louder than words. It's the journey of a boy named Kiran, who was mute since birth. While watching this story, you'll pick up new English words and sentence patterns to help you grow with every line. So stay with us till the very end. Okay, let's get started. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Kiran who was born unable to speak. Kiran was born into a loving family as the middle child. He had 2 brothers and 1 sister. But from the day he was born, life was different for him. He could not speak. He was mute. His hearing was only half good, and he often missed parts of what others said. The world around him was full of sounds he could barely hear, and words he could never say. His parents loved him dearly. They did everything they could to make him feel included. Yet his cousins and other relatives barely cared for him. They would talk and laugh among themselves, often forgetting that Kiran couldn't join in. Even his own siblings, though living under the same roof, didn't pay him much attention. This made Kiran feel lonely, as if a wall stood between him and the rest of the world. When it was time for school, his parents faced a difficult challenge. They tried to enroll him in a good school in the city, just like his brothers and sister. But every school turned them away because of his condition. "We don't have the facilities," they would say. At last, he was sent to a small school for children with disabilities. It had very few classrooms, broken desks, and limited resources. Kiran was heartbroken. He wanted the same opportunities as his siblings, but life had chosen a different path for him. One quiet afternoon, while sitting alone under a tree after school, Kiran met an old wise man. The man had kind eyes and a gentle smile. He sat beside Kiran and studied his face for a moment. Then he said softly, "My boy, the Lord may not have given you perfect hearing or speech, but He has given you something even greater. You can see the world in ways others cannot. You can notice details they miss. And you can listen, truly listen, with your heart. That is a rare gift." Kiran listened carefully, his eyes wide. No one had ever spoken to him like that before. The old man's words planted a seed of hope in his heart. From that day, Kiran began to see himself differently. He grew up in partial silence, but his mind was full of thoughts, dreams, and plans. He started believing in himself, even when others underestimated him. He promised himself, "I will study hard. I will show them I am capable. I will succeed." Years passed. Kiran turned 18. For years, he had studied tirelessly for the university entrance exam. While other boys played outside, Kiran spent hours with his books. He read late into the night, under a small lamp, never letting his condition become an excuse. When the results came, Kiran was ranked first in his area. His joy was beyond words. Full of hope, he wrote a heartfelt letter to one of the world's top universities in the USA, sharing his journey, his determination, and his excellent grades. He poured his heart into that letter. Weeks later, a letter arrived. Kiran had been awarded a 100% fully funded scholarship. His parents were overjoyed. They hugged him tightly, tears in their eyes. His relatives, who once looked down on him, were speechless. His brothers had also taken the exam, but their scores were low. They had to settle for small jobs in the village. His sister struggled in her studies too. Kiran left for the USA. The university he joined was a place for gifted individuals, people with unique abilities and disabilities. Here, no one judged him. Everyone respected each other's strengths. For the first time, Kiran felt like he truly belonged. Kiran excelled in his studies. After graduation, His professors invited him to become a lecturer in the department for students with hearing and speech challenges. It was an honor, and it came with a high salary. But Kiran's ambition didn't stop there. Using his skills, creativity, and savings, he started a technology company that developed advanced communication tools for people with disabilities. His business grew quickly and gained recognition worldwide. Years later, Kiran returned to his home country. He brought his parents and siblings to the USA, offering them jobs in his company. Even though they had once ignored him, Kiran chose kindness over resentment. He also helped the relatives who had underestimated him, giving them opportunities to work and improve their lives. They could hardly believe it. The boy they once pitied had become the man they admired. So here is the life lesson. Your limitations do not define you. Your determination does. A challenge is not the end of your story, but the beginning of a new chapter. Keep believing in yourself and never give up. Sometimes, the strongest voices are the ones we cannot hear. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Be You. It helps us keep creating more powerful lessons like this. Thank you for watching Be You.